Hey everybody, Weem here, back at Weem's Island. This is going to be part two, I guess, in the series, and the series kind of covering me playing around on an island I found in creative mode. And anyway, this is happening on the server that Forrest and I have set up. So I'm not too far from the spawn point, but far enough away that I'll be setting up some rails to kind of get out here and yeah, it should be fun. I've got a bunch of ideas, as I said in the first video. In fact, down at the bottom left, I'll put a link to the first video. If you haven't seen it yet, check that out. And yeah, we're going to zoom in down here and show you what I've worked on since that first video. So what I've got is kind of an entryway here. I imagine that you would walk up and you could take a left or a right, either one, and walk through the doors and come into the entryway. And you can see I've got lights up here. The ceiling kind of banks up the further in you get, and you come all the way to the back here, and you've got kind of this tiered setting back here. I talked last time about if you were at if you imagine being at a hotel, for example, you might see some kind of setting like this right up against the pool, and so I thought it would be kind of cool. Turned out pretty well, I think. And yeah, so I basically centered the entryway on it so that when you walk in, you just come right into this cool view right out the back. Now, I've got the sides here set up. There's basically going to be a left and right wing essentially off of this entryway. So I've got some ideas for that. I'm not really sure how that's going to turn out. Again, with multiple ideas going on, I haven't really like locked down what I intend on doing. But I think in this video, at this time, what I'm going to do is kind of work on this entryway, because I had imagined that somehow you'd kind of make your way up here and split left or right, and then that's when you would enter the mansion. But I think what I'm going to do instead is basically right over this area right here. I'm thinking about kind of digging this sloped area down to the ground level out here, and have this be an actual large entryway with steps that go up. So this would all be covered. That would then bring you up to this point and maybe just open all of this up. So essentially, when you're standing here, you would be standing on a balcony type thing, looking down over a large room whose doors would be down here somewhere, down at ground level. Anyway, kind of hard to imagine perhaps with all this stuff in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and start busting some of this out, breaking this dirt out of the way, tearing some trees down. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead into one of those fast forward modes so you don't have to sit through all of this. In fact, maybe we'll just skip all of that and do a quick cut to being done. So we will see you on the other side. Okay, we've got a bunch of stuff cleared out here. It's not fully cleared out, but you can see I kind of dug a lot of this out. Now, there was already this kind of pool under here. You know, these occur naturally in Minecraft, but there also was some area up here that I ended up just throwing torches in here just to keep mobs from getting too crazy when I leveled all this out. So I'll probably just kind of close this in for now until I get to that point. There'll be a point, I'm sure, where I'm kind of building in underneath these areas. Like this, these are pretty wide open inside of there. I just closed them in. So anyway, I'll be doing the same here, but yeah, so this is kind of what I had in mind. Essentially, I'm gonna have to, this obviously doesn't look natural being dirt, so we're gonna kind of do this up with kind of a trim and stone. I started to look over here just to see what it looked like, so you kind of get an idea where I use the sand bricks essentially or blocks as trim, and I fill with like the stone kind of inset. So I think I'll be doing something like that on all sides, and then probably popping in tall windows every certain amount of blocks, and kind of making this look like a structure as well. But that may come later, and I may not even do it that way. Uh, so anyway, for now I've got to kind of get to this structure here. So like I said, I think I'm going to have this kind of continue out at, say, its current level here. Say my eye level is this ceiling. Probably continue that ceiling out over this like area out here, and then have the structure out here just kind of drop down. So the actual entryways will be maybe over here, that you'll walk in and come into this kind of room that goes, its ceiling goes up to the ceiling of the doors up there, and then maybe stairs that kind of wrap and circle around the left and the right that get up to those points. Maybe even cut into this area a bit, into this, the dirt up there. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm imagining. So let's see here. What do we do? Let me pop these out and take a look here. So I'll have to decide what to use for walls here, and I'll have to decide how this is all going to work. I would imagine, as I was saying before, I may just pop this open, just kind of really open this up, bust out all these windows, and fix this before I forget. So anyway, I guess I'll continue the wood. Yeah, let's do something like this here. So we'd have some kind of balcony, as I said before, that you could stand here and look out over the room, or you could, for example, right here, begin making your way down to the level below. And these may turn and angle down into the room, and do the same on the other side. So you kind of get those stairs that do kind of the semicircle, one on each side, that get up to this point. But we're going to have to see. I don't know about the wood anymore. I was playing around with this block here and kind of seeing what it looked like, thinking that I might just do, I don't know, it might be a bit much. I thought I might do the floors up here this way, but I don't know. Maybe that's a little overkill on that block type. The wood is kind of cool. Might be kind of cool just to keep the wood like in this area and go with kind of the more marble-like look out here by using maybe iron blocks or something. I don't know. I haven't played with it too much yet. So yeah, let's see here. So if I were to kind of even this back out. Okay, peek down here. How to do it. I think what we'll do is we're going to line the area, or do a trim anyway, with this material. So let's see, you won't really see underneath the balcony. I want this to come flush down. I guess I could deal with that later though. So get out of here. Get in my way. So I'm thinking that I'll trim with this. For example, let's see if the room came out this far. Kind of like you may have seen me trim with the tiered area out back. I did this and then I did sand on the inside. So anyway, I could do something similar here. Yeah. I don't know that I have this measured right, but I'll come off of this corner. This is the corner here, so if we do something like that, that's not the right corner. Supposed to be one more in. Thought you were gone. Get out of here. You're making me wreck my house. Get out of here. Let's just equip the sword, probably, but, what can you do? So yeah, let's see. This is the block here. So this is essentially the center. The centerpiece. So that means I'd go in from here. I could have counted out from the walls, but never do things the easy way. So yeah, let's see, is that enough room? If you could walk in on these sides, stairs and everything here. I think so. If we could wrap those right around. Okay, cool. Well, let's I may play around with this a bit. And we'll bring you right back in when I think I have an idea of what I am doing. Okay, I've been messing around here. I tried to do some sand stuff with the steps, but the problem was that you don't have the sand stairs. You had to use the like half block, and so that was kind of my plan. But I really didn't like how it was turning out. So basically, I went with the stone steps, and as you can see, I've kind of inset the primary path here, and then looped it back up. So I think we'll just kind of stick with something like that. So just kind of putting some, well, not finishing touches. I'm still working on this a bit, just trying to clean it up and keep everything even here. Um, so I don't know if I'm going to fill all of this in with stone, with similar stone or not. I'm thinking no, but I may do something with the stone, maybe kind of um, set enough like this as if it were a foundation for the steps, but do something else with the rest of this. Some other kind of material in here. Just not sure yet. Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of the gist, and then I will come down. I think from this, I don't need it kind of overhanging. This will come down. It may not be stone. I'll just fill this in for just to get an idea for what it looks like. But yeah, something like this. Come all the way down. Yeah, maybe we'll do some kind of fountain thing in here. That might be kind of cool. So essentially, you'll come in one of the two sides and walk up here and just kind of walk into this area, and I'll probably dig these out. In fact, I can just kind of pop this out now to get the look. I'll have to have some kind of support structure up here, and this will seem kind of low now. If you walk up here, it's kind of weird low ceiling, so I may have to kind of open it up even a little bit higher and then bring that same roof out here. I could even kind of go up a few blocks and then let it be level out a bit and then drop it back down. I could slope it back down here. So we'll see, something along those lines. I could even do a chandelier style thing hanging kind of over this area right about here, drops down and then kind of sits here over your head when you walk in. So yeah, something like that. Boy, this kind of looks like a face right here in front of me. I could almost do like fangs down here. So let's see. Not really sure still what to do about this. What to fill this in with. For example, I mean, I could do the sandstone here. Something like that. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I think about that. Let's get the sun back up. Uh, What to do, what material to do for floor. I could do sand in here like I did with the tiered area in the back. Just not quite sure yet. I think with the stone I almost want to stick with some kind of stone material, but I don't really know. I could also go with wood, or I could go with the wool too and just get some kind of coloring in here. Let's see, this is like a light gray. What does this look like in here? It's not bad. Could do this. I could use it as trim too. I've got this trim. And I could do this. I could even do a almost like a red carpet too, like up to the stairs. That could be interesting. Where's the red? Where's the red? So yeah, that might be kind of cool. These two could what did I do? Oh, I did 4. That's why it's uneven. Okay, so these two could come together. In fact, they could cross even. and essentially go to doorways. So this could be a doorway out, and then the other doorway could be right here. So you could walk in either of those doors. I could do glass on these corners really tall. So many options. I think I do like this color for the floor down here, though. Go through and replace this. Although with it, I'm not sure that I like this trim here. Might have to replace that with something. This stone actually looks really good, come to think of it. Huh. Actually, I think I might just stick with that. Huh. Let's get rid of that. Yeah. I mean, I could just go... Oh, there we go. That's actually what I'll do. Where did that go now? I should have kept it in here. Yeah, we'll do that. So what we'll do is we'll use this as trim for the red. That could look kind of cool. And do the stone everywhere else. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah. That could be cool. We'll leave that. Yeah. Cool, I like the look of that. I think the colors go well together. Excuse me. So, yes, interesting. I dig it. I dig it. So, let's just fill this so I don't keep worrying about walking over it. Yeah, in fact, I may continue this path out a bit so that I have more separation between the doorways than these two. I want to have a big kind of glass corner wall. So if I bring these out, I can have that be even larger. Right. Something like this. So then I can just do glass right across the front. If you stood here, this would be a tall glass area, would let you see inside. That could be kind of cool. Okay, so with that said, I think, do I like the stone as the wall? It's okay. Maybe there's a different color I can use. The light, no, dark, the gray wool. That could be cool on the wall. Or is it too dark? Yeah, I don't know. It's not too dark. That stone doesn't look all that great. This texture pack, I don't know. That stone is, it's all right. You need to do something else though. Let's see, what do we got here? I don't have a whole lot to play with. Kind of look through these. I don't want to do the brown. Although I could do some kind of coloring, almost like it's a hanging wall design or something. That's an interesting idea as well. For example, I could take the blue. I could just stick with this. I could even let this be open. Or just bring that in a little bit. I'm rambling. I'm just kind of talking to myself now. So basically, if I do this, if I feel like this is too much, I could bring in like the blue down a portion of it or something. You could almost think of it as like a flag hanging down. Again with that stone though. You could also do a trim on the stairs, something like that. Kind of allow that to come to an end a bit. Just don't know. Okay, well, I don't think I'm going to keep you here forever while I ramble trying to decide on colors and design stuff. I think we'll leave it at that for now. I've got the entryway. Or at least up top anyway, trying to figure out the stairs, obviously, and the floor for the basically the primary entryway. And Yeah, I think we'll revisit this next time we do this in part three. I should have. I think I'll have most of this done, at least this lower part here, and we'll start tackling the upper levels. So, thanks for watching. Like the video if you like this. Leave any comments you'd like. If you want to say anything, you got any ideas or anything, let me know. Otherwise, hope to see you next time.